Today we have a big shout out to Jammy Time and a review of the Baofeng BF888S. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Got a shout out today for the Jammy Time channel. If you guys are part of their chats and hang out, a while back they had a contest and they were giving away some amazing prizes. Gun safe, this, a few other things I forget off the top of my head, and I won the radios. So they came in the mail the other day and I finally got around to doing a review on them, and I've been playing with them for a few days, testing them out, seeing how they work, and I figured I would share it with the channel. First thing, these things are really small, light, and compact. They almost feel too light. When you pick them up first, you're kind of like, whoa, that's like, a little plastic. But let me tell you something. I've been messing around with them, and they're pretty strong. They're going to be great for their intended use around my house. It says VHF, UHF on an FM transceiver. It does UHF. I don't know why it says VHF on that box. I even tried when I saw it to program a VHF frequency in there, and it wouldn't do it. The frequency range for these radios is 400 megahertz to 470 megahertz, up and down. It's got 16 memories. I programmed it with my UV5R cable, the Baofeng cable for my other radio. Works just fine. Take it in there, open it up, and plug it in. This is also your mic and speaker. So my little handheld speaker mic will work great that I have with my other radio. These also are able to use any of the other antennas that you bought for aftermarket stuff for your Baofengs. So I have over here, and take it off my other radio, the famous Nagoya MA771 that everybody seems to like for the UV5R. We're going to put that on there. And there you go. So, they will take any of the aftermarket antennas. It's a little bit big for my purposes. These are primarily going to be around the house or at trade shows or events or something for my wife and I so we can talk to each other back and forth. They're pretty handy for that. They also have a flashlight function in them. This bottom button down here will turn on the flashlight. You got to turn on the radio first. And that's how they change frequencies, by the way. You program 16 memories into here. I have 16 FRS channels in here, essentially. When you move the thing, 2, 3, 4. So that's how it tells you what channel you're on. I always wondered that in watching videos previously because they didn't have any display. You push this button down here, and there's your light. Make sure you can get that flashing and off. It doesn't look very bright here because, of course, I have bright studio lights going here. But inside a dark room, those are pretty bright. And it's also very easy to get to. There's no function memories. There's no weirdness. It's just this bottom button. So anyway, let's give a quick demo here. The next orange button up is to open your squelch. So if you hear a signal way, way back and it's kind of cutting in and out and in and out, maybe your squelch is too high. And what you can do is open it up with this and you can hear the signal clearer. Let's give a little sound test here. I'm going to turn the other one on. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. I'm going to walk away so you can hear just the radio. 1, 2, 3, 4, just the radio. Hey there. All right. So you can see, speaker's more than loud enough. That's halfway up. If I were to turn it all the way up, it gets really, really loud. The speakers in these things are actually really good. I was really surprised that the sound was that decent from such a tiny little radio. So, they have 50 CTCS tones. Okay, so if you're programming any of this stuff for offsets, for repeaters, for VHF, it'll work perfectly. I used Chirp. There is software that comes with it. I opted not to use it because I know how to use Chirp. Chirp is a free radio programming software. You can download it. There's a nightly build of it. It's constantly being updated and upgraded. They come with each come with a 1500 milliamp lithium-ion battery. They have a low voltage alert, so when the radio starts running out of power, it will either say or blink a red light or say low voltage while you're using it. They also have an emergency alarm, which I wasn't able to figure out. If I do come across that later, maybe I'll do another video on it. And they have intelligent charging. Now this is 2 units in here, this box. They came with 2 chargers. That's pretty darn good, you know? You don't have to rotate them out. I have the chargers set up in my storeroom already, so I didn't drag them out here. But they are really handy, and you can just charge either one whenever it needs it. So there's no longer a need to go, okay, this one needs to be charged. All right, that one's done. Let's put this one in. 2 chargers, totally separate, good to go. Didn't come with a programming cable, but as I said before, I had a programming cable from my other radio. Same programming cable if you've got a Baofeng. VHF, UHF, it'll work perfectly with these. If not, they're incredibly cheap. They're something like $12. It did come with a little earbud speaker mic kind of thing. So they had 2 of those, 2 lanyards, which I never use on radios, and 2 clips, which I put on. These are really stiff, so they're not coming off anytime soon. So all in all, you know, for my use around the house, I've been really pleased with these. This allows me to go outside, work on a project, clip the radio to my hip, and if my wife needs me for something, instead of calling out my name and wondering where the heck I am, she just gets on the radio and I come back from wherever I am on our property. So that's about it. That's the Baofeng 888S. They're very easy to program with the software. I wouldn't even attempt to program these without the software. But for the price, I mean, they're very inexpensive. I think you can get 2 of these on sale on Amazon. I think I saw this morning for like $27. And they're decent radios. That's the good part. Now, would I take these to an event and use them specifically or during an emergency only? No, I have my other radios for that. But for everyday use, you know, until I can figure out if they're really good enough for emergency use, they're perfect. And chances are, I'll tell you, honestly, from playing with them and messing around with them, I've been really pleased with them, and they haven't let me down yet. And, you know, they may very well be a backup radio for, you know, doing events or emergency communication. Definitely wouldn't hurt to stick one in your backpack, and give one to another family member. Program the same frequencies. Make sure you stay within your band plan for whatever you're using. Again, these are approved for ham radio. They aren't approved for GMRS or FRS. To be honest with you, I have these programmed for FRS. They're within the correct frequency range, the correct power, so probably not a big deal. But I also have a couple of ham frequencies in them as well. It says it has a voice scrambler. Honestly, it's probably just a reverse speech scrambler. I wouldn't even mess with it. I didn't see an option in my chirp to do that. Somebody said you have to download the newest version to actually use that, but I really wouldn't use that because there's always a chance you're going to accidentally use it on a ham frequency, and then you're messing with the ham rules of encrypting your voice communications. Anyway, that's the radio. Thanks for watching, and a big shout out to Michelle Just Playing and Dish Bronson over at Jammy Time for having that contest. It was really awesome to win these. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you soon.